Hi everyone, Chelsea Tucker here from TrainerChelsea.com. I'm glad that you are here today. Make sure that you're liking, subscribing, commenting, and make sure you're checking the description box below for additional content and resources. Great stuff down there. Go check it out. Today, I want to talk about, as a woman, was it and is it or can it be okay if I'm bringing money into the house? Big topic, especially for me. And so I'm going to just share my experiences and why or why not it is or isn't acceptable for me to bring in money. So let's get started. So, give you a little history. I'm married. I have 4 children. My husband and I are coming up on our 7-year wedding anniversary. And I started my business years ago with the intent of making money. I was not sold one way or the other if it was okay for me to make money. I thought that it might be okay for me to help with finances, but I didn't believe that it was my place to be the head of the house regarding that. Like, I didn't think that I needed to make the most money in the house. I felt that my ultimate job was to care for the home, care for my family. Those things were to come first. And then so as I was growing and thinking and trying to really start this business, I always kept getting met with almost like a not yet, not yet, you know? And it wasn't that I was afraid of sharing what was in my mind or whatnot. It was just that that dealing of money, like what was acceptable for me to bring in. Because I do believe I am a very intelligent woman, but I don't believe that my knowledge should trump the financial, I guess, priority within the household. So with my knowledge, I could make amazing, extraordinary money. But is it really my place to make the utmost amount of money within my family? And so that was something that I was continually seeking God for, to ask, hey, how does this work? What does this look like? What do you want it to look like? And so when we started my business, made it like a legitimate business, I questioned, well, what about my husband? And so we started a business for him at the same time. And I knew that mine wasn't to surpass his, because for some reason there was something inside of me that said, no, he needs to go first. Okay, so for me, I was like, sure, cool, great. Did all of the things, but things didn't pan out right. And I was like, well, I still have a desire to do mine, but I also have small children. At that time, we had just had our 3rd child. And so most of the household stuff is on me. That's my heart. That's my desire, is my children and my house. If nothing else, that's what I want to be doing. The money part, I don't believe is my burden to carry. I want to help my husband bring in money to support our family, but I don't believe that that's something that weighs heavily on my shoulders. So as I was seeking God more and asking more, I was really starting to look into Proverbs 31. And so this woman, I mean, she was like a boss lady. You want to talk about a boss lady? She's it. She literally strapped her kids to her back type deal and went to work, selling in the market and things like that. She made it happen. Where the world is at, I also didn't feel as though that was, one, socially acceptable for where I live, nor did I believe that that was even really even an option, in today's world. And plus, I went to school for education and psychology, so to strap my child on my back and take them to work really wasn't something that was going to go down. So that's kind of where all of this big, beautiful business stuff really came into place, because the internet's great, right? You can be here and listening to me, and I can be sharing my thoughts, I can be sharing my opinions, I can be sharing my resources with you, and you can watch them at your discretion when you're available. I don't have to make an appointment with you. You can go on my channel and watch it. How cool is that, right? Wow, amazing. So the birthing of this thing has been in progress for a very, very long time. And it's really cool to watch it unfold, because now I don't have this pressure of what if I make more money than him? I don't want to supersede him. He's supposed to be the head of the household, not me. That's not my design. That's not the natural design. So if my business does go over and beyond his income, is that wrong? I think that's up to you. I think that's the relationship that you have with God, with what you have with your husband, with what you have with your family. So that's up to you. And that, at least this is my experience. This is what has been, I guess, revealed to me over time, because I have a very beautiful personality. I'm easily talkable. I don't even think that's a word, but like, I can relate to so many people. And I knew that once I really applied myself, my business would grow. And not that that scared me, but the money is what I needed to make sure was in full alignment, because I never want to go beyond what God wants for me. So for me, it's not about an issue with income or anything like that, but it was just, I wanted to make sure that I was doing things correctly. So let's see, my second daughter was maybe a year when I really made this a business. So it's been in the making for 4 years of me going trial and error with putting price tags on my services, putting price tags on my content, not doing that, and different things like that. Like, there's been a lot going on with this whole business thing. And I would say God had revealed to me that He didn't want me to put a price tag on my content, services, resources, anything, because He wanted me to allow people to determine what I was worth to them. Not that my business isn't a business, it's a business. I'm here to make money. That's what a business is for. I'm here to supply for my family. But God didn't want me to put a cap on something, because what I believe is that the people that I'm going to help the most here and wherever else I go, some people will not have money at that time, but they'll need to hear what I have to say. They'll need to be able to receive the information that I have. And if I put a $500 price tag on that, and they don't have that at the time, but they need that information, then what? So what happens is, ultimately, if you have received good resources from me and you believe that it's helped you, I believe that you'll come back and you'll give a payment of what you think that the service was for you. And I believe that God didn't want me to limit myself. This was the other really big thing, is because it's so, in my opinion, it's so intertwined, especially for me, because all of who I am is based on my faith, and my faith is in God. And I also believe that the majority of what God has given me in life isn't for me to just hold and harbor. It's for all people to experience, all people to see, to hear, for all people. It's not limited. And that's really, really cool. So if you are a woman today and you are questioning what it is that you're looking to do, if it's creating a business, if it's trying to help some sort of financial, some sort of something within the family, my best piece of advice to you is, if you are in the early stages of having pregnancy, or if you are in the early stages of raising your children, pause. Be with your children. Embrace them. Make sure that you're okay. You're taking care of your husband. You're taking care of your home. Okay, all of these things. And don't necessarily worry too much about the money. Let Him take care of that. And you be who you need to be at home, and raise your children the way that they should be raised. And it will be amazing, because you'll get so excited that you're the one who got to teach your child how to hold their spoon, and not somebody at a childcare facility got to teach your child how to hold a spoon. You got to teach your child how to walk. You got to teach your child how to talk. Those are things that you'll never be able to rewind in time to experience again. Sure, you might get it on a picture or a recording or something, but there's nothing like experiencing that in person and holding that in your heart. So, money can be brought in from either gender is my personal outlook on it. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing right now. So with that, I hope that your finances are going to be something beautiful this year, that you are going to grow, not just you, but your spouse and your family, and all of the bits and all of the pieces will come together and your family will shine bright. I hope that this helped you, and I'll see you next time.